A World War II Japanese fortress is currently being guarded by a number of Japanese samurai, German-provided flak guns, brand new Japanese riflemen, as well as some of the brand new Japanese World War II tanks. The walls are being assaulted by 5 million World War II US Army soldiers on the Pacific front here. However, the Japanese aren't alone on the battlefield. They've also got flanking units. These units comprise of 500,000 Japanese riflemen as well as charging samurai right here. We'll have to see if the Japanese units manage to take control of the fortress for good and defeat the 5 million Americans surrounding them. If you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe with notifications on, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. Let's get into it, baby! What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go ahead and press start right now. We have about 820,000 Japanese defending, and they do have the samurai actually charging forward against the Americans. And then, of course, there's the 5 million Americans. And already we're up to 70,000 dead Americans. That's the power of those flak guns, baby. They are able to go absolutely crazy. Also, this is a brand new Japanese mod for Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Which is pretty cool, and the Japanese soldiers are actually fairly elite. They're a lot better than the US World War II soldiers, so, you know, they might actually be able to survive being outnumbered when surrounded, but at the same time, we've also got the flanking Japanese, which could be helpful as well. These samurai are doing a bonsai death charge right here, and they are getting gunned down considerably. This is not working out super well. I don't think they really have much in terms of armor deflection or anything like that, so these US soldiers are just getting freebie kills for the start, but it is buying the fortress time to fire out its flak guns against the enemies. It looks like these soldiers up on the ramparts are actually taking a lot of hits, and they're not firing yet because the US Army are out of range for them. But those are just stray bullets going over the heads of the Japanese samurai here, which is probably not very good. Dude, this reminds me so much of Shogun 2. Oh, I love Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai. Best DLC from Total War ever. And honestly, one of my top, probably 10 games of all time is Shogun 2, especially Fall of the Samurai. This is a good freaking game, dude. All right, let's go check out the flankers over here for the Japanese forces. Coming up on them here, I can see a lot of shots going out, and it looks like the US Army is engaging with them pretty considerably. We should have samurai, but we should also have the Japanese riflemen, and these Japanese riflemen are getting involved. They're standing over the bodies of many a US shotgun unit. Now, the US has both the shotgun unit as well as the assault unit, which has Thompsons, and the Thompson gunners are obviously going to be far more effective than the shotgunners. Look at this, though. Oh, yeah. This is pretty baller right here. Look at these guys streaming on in. They might actually get some kills on these US soldiers. Okay, the samurai actually are being effective on some portions of the battlefield. It might not necessarily be effective at the actual castle itself, but over here, they're managing to get on in there and do pretty well. Now, I was going to do an Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 battle today on the brand new jungle map. However, I just wasn't really able to get it working super well with the units. There's this weird glitch where sometimes tanks and stuff like that don't spawn in now, and it tends to happen on larger maps, so I ended up moving to this map instead. But I would like to do some US versus Japanese jungle warfare at some point, sort of like the island hopping campaign, you know what I'm saying, and that would be pretty cool to do, but I think for now that this works pretty well. Japanese riflemen seem to be doing a great job taking out these American forces over here. The samurai are doing their best to the right, but they're obviously taking some serious L's as well. At the moment, the U.S. has lost 1.3 million soldiers. The Japanese have lost 500,000. They have 330,000 soldiers left. Of course, the Japanese losing 500,000 isn't too big of a deal because it's primarily the samurai who are dying. And while that is sad, of course, they're not the most elite units that the Japanese have. You know, as long as the Japanese flak guns, riflemen, and tanks inside the base are still alive, they'll still be able to do some very, very good things. The guys on the ramparts here are firing, and it looks like they're getting good arcs out there. They're probably getting a few kills here and there. They're probably not doing too bad, but they did take some serious losses up here, and their numbers are certainly a little bit more dwindled now after that initial U.S. assault that sort of ravaged them. So the guys on the ramparts, hopefully they can hold out for a decent amount of time and get some serious kills, but for now they are certainly weakened quite a bit. Not fantastic. No, sir. No, sirree, Bob. Oh, look at this, though. We got a whole lineup of Japanese riflemen over here just firing away. Beautiful. They are getting gunned down a little bit here, though, as the U.S. soldiers get really, really close. Look at these guys here. They're right up in there. Oh, yeah, just... What is this? Okay, there you go. They got the kill. That would have been really sad if they didn't. That, I don't know. That was sad that they even managed to get that close and still not get the kill. It is what it is, though. Look at this. Look at this. All these U.S. soldiers getting gunned down, explosions striking out against them. Yeah, man. I don't know, guys. The Japanese might have this. They're down to 270,000 men remaining, but the U.S. is down to just 3 million men remaining. So, I mean, clearly the Japanese soldiers are doing some pretty good things here, and this little back area still has all of its flak guns left alive, and these things are just spraying out munitions into the U.S. lines. And those are crowded U.S. lines, man. Each of those shots is killing multiple U.S. soldiers all at once right there. That is some brutality. And the Japanese crossed that 2 million kill point right there, which is very nice for them. More U.S. soldiers trying to come in over this way, but they're getting gunned down by the Japanese. Japanese are losing some soldiers through this little angle. You can see where the U.S. soldiers are able to angle their shots in based on the Japanese deaths inside. But this will turn into quite the choke point, I have a feeling. And we're going to see a lot more U.S. soldiers die right there. And we might see some body piles forming. How's it going over here? Yep, same sort of thing is happening over this way. And yeah, that body pile is already starting to form pretty considerably. Let's go check on the reinforcers real quick. And it looks like these guys have dwindled in terms of numbers. But there's still quite a number of riflemen left. And honestly, they're going up against primarily shotgunners, it seems, although there are some assault riflemen over here too. So the reinforcements are actually being very, very effective, and I think having those samurai go in initially against them was super duper helpful for them. But now it's just riflemen, and they're still doing really, really great because they have that longer range than the U.S. soldiers do, and the higher kill zone? No, like higher damage, I suppose would be the right way to say it. The rifle shots do more damage and they have a longer range. So as long as they keep the other U.S. soldiers at bay, they should be okay, and they seem to be somewhat doing that, as very few U.S. soldiers are actually firing into their lines here. That's very, very good. You know, they need to keep them at bay in order to survive, and they seem to be doing that right now, because once the U.S. soldiers do get closer, their fire rates are just so much better, and that's a problem. The tanks inside the courtyards here are starting to fire through those little doorways bit by bit, maybe getting a few kills. I don't think anything too crazy, but that's just sort of a last-ditch defense in case the U.S. does breach really, really badly. U.S. soldiers down to 1.9 million troops left. Wow, okay. Yeah, they're getting cut up, man. They're getting cut up for sure. Why don't we go ahead and do a little time-lapse of them surrounding the fort here and see how that goes. I will leave the information at the top right of the screen so you can see the deaths and all that good stuff right there. But let's go ahead and time-lapse this a little bit. Alright gamers, we're down to a mere 1 million US soldiers. It seems like the Japanese have actually really clutched this up. Look at this, the back here I think is really strong because the US soldiers have to come in at an angle, and these guys just have a solid wall of firing power plus flak guns, although most of the flak guns are down now, so maybe we'll see some more deaths here. But yeah, the US soldiers have to kind of run parallel to it before the assault, and I think that's basically just like because of these walls here blocking, so they have to come around, and it's almost like an outdoor choke point for these guys. It's a really effective position. The interiors have been stripped away a little bit more, but these guys are just able to freely fire through this tiny choke point and get kills, so it's very impressive. The flankers, man, are still really strong. They've certainly dwindled in terms of numbers, but it really shows how the Japanese soldiers are a lot stronger than the American soldiers in this. Yeah, what I really want is I want for modders to go ahead and create as many World War II factions as possible, man. Like, add more World War II Germans, too. Like, add some machine gunners, add US BAR soldiers, and, you know, M1 Garand soldiers, add more Japanese, add the British. Like, that would be really cool. That would be my ideal mod right now for Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. I feel like we have a pretty good Star Wars mod. There could always be more to it, but like right now the Star Wars mod feels very solid. But I'd really love to see more World War II, and I'm surprised it hasn't really happened yet. Either way, why don't we do another little time lapse here, just sort of observing these reinforcements coming in. They are taking a lot more fire now, so I think they're probably taking more losses. But at the same time, you know, any kills from these guys is just bonus towards the fortress. It seems like right now the Japanese soldiers are going to get the dubski, but you never know. You know, it's not over until it's over, man. And they only have 220,000 soldiers left. They've lost 600,000, so they could just lose more and collapse. We'll see, but this is looking promising for the Japanese. Yeah, bro, these Japanese soldiers are making quick work of these guys. I think the problem is that the US soldiers are focused on the fortress, and these guys have just freely come in and shot them in the back, is essentially what happened right there. And look at this, a few US battalions scrambling to meet the Japanese over this way. Probably not going to make it in time, and also not going to be able to really set up good firing positions to take on these Japanese reinforcements over here, so not good, dude. Not good at all. There has been some progress made on the interior here, but it's, you know, kind of futile right now when there's reinforcements sweeping in your back line right there. That's going to be the main problem right there, and these guys have just held out really considerably well, kind of shockingly so. I kind of thought these guys would die sooner, but nah, I really think those walls sort of surrounding them actually helped them a lot. And the US soldiers just really struggled. It also doesn't help that the US shotgunners and assault riflemen aren't even able to fire from here. They have to get so close to fire, so it's just free kills. It might as well be a melee unit running at them at this point. So, yeah, 4.85 million dead US at the moment. There's still 120,000 of them remaining, and 224,000 Japanese remaining. Let's just time lapse to the end here, baby, because the end is nigh. And there we have it, boys, the end. There's apparently 3 US soldiers left alive somewhere. They could be stuck in a body pile or, I don't know, glitched somewhere, but you know what? 3 survivors can go tell the rest of the US Army what happened here. And maybe they'll just drop the bomb. Wait, hold on. This is the perfect situation for that. Oppenheimer. Oh, Lord. That's not good. That's really bad. Yeah. It's Jover. It's Jover. The US got annoyed. Oh, God. Yeah, the US got annoyed again. Oh, there's the second one. Oh, we killed the US, so the samurai won. My goodness. Alright guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. Please be sure to hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you have not already. And comment down below if you'd like to see some more. I think, you know, the more mods that come out for Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, the more videos I'm able to do. And, you know, it's pretty awesome. The full release of UEBS 2 already happened. I do hope they do some more in the future. You know, maybe some DLC or something like that. Like, just add more maps, fix a few glitches. Stuff like that. I don't know if they will. But I hope so. So, yeah. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.